I started my real estate investing business back in 2019 with literally $0 to my name. Over a short period of time since then, we've bought over 30 million in real estate and done some really cool stuff. Guys, going from a negative bank account to having this, anyone could do it. I'm gonna be sharing with you in this video the 3 things that I focused on that allowed me to get these kind of results in a short period of time. And I'm also gonna be sharing with you the 3 things that I would change if I had to go back and do it all over again. So the first thing that I did was I surrounded myself with people that were already in real estate doing really well.
Franklin, did I tell you about my 30 unit in Utah that we just closed? Oh my goodness.
That is audacious. Matthew, did I tell you that we picked it up with 0 down and no closing fees?
Whoa, that is pretty crazy. Wait a second, is that slime shady?
May I have your attention, please? Y'all fellas act like y'all never seen a white boy before. That's how we do it.
There's something called the campfire effect. Being surrounded by people that are doing deals, like you're just hanging around a campfire together, what's the likelihood of you doing deals together? Pretty high. And if I can see somebody doing it and I can see the things that they're doing, all of a sudden it demystifies a lot of stuff and you say, hey, I could probably do that too. Major hack. The second thing that I did was I got really good at doing things that basically no one else wanted to do. Selling your home?
No, I don't want to sell my home. Get the hell out of here.
I learned there was just a lot of opportunities in doing things that other people either didn't want to do, couldn't do, or just simply wouldn't do. And for me, that's how I got all my first initial deals. Heck, 48 deals, door knocking, just like this, getting rejected, but it was a massive opportunity because no one else wanted to do it. And as I continue to grow my business, I've always found that there's always pockets of opportunity in doing things that just simply other investors and other business owners just don't want to do. And lastly, number 3, the thing that I did that I feel like probably was the most important was I just focused on one thing until it finally took off. Check this out. Hey! Wait, I just want to talk. A lot of people overcomplicate things. Reality is you got to pick one thing to make a breakthrough. Many investors, including myself in the beginning, I was trying to look at every single thing as an opportunity. I was cold calling, I was texting, door knocking, I hired VAs. I saw someone tell me I should do this, and every guru right here wants to claim that they have the way, and what that really is a distraction. What you have to do is you have to pick just one thing and stay so stinking consistent on it and give yourself 6 months of doing it every single day, and you'd be surprised how far you can get in such a short period of time. All right, so looking back at all this crazy stuff that happened and it worked really well and we've been pretty successful over the past few years, there's a few things that I definitely would change. The first thing is I would have been way more selective over the partners I chose to work with. So looking back as like a new investor, I felt the need that I needed to go find someone who had money or had resources that I didn't have. Man, I just wish that I could have just did joint ventures or maybe strategic partnerships on individual deals rather than giving away equity in my company or just partnering with people that I didn't share long-term vision goals with. Yo. What's up? You guys trying to do deals or what?
What's going on, my boy? Let me put you on some game real quick.
So that would be definitely one thing that, hey, looking back, it's really important that you pick your partners and think about the future. Think about 5-10 years down the road. The second thing I would change going back is I would spend way less money on lead generation. So this is where I got it so wrong. Every time I make $1 in my business, I would end up spending it to get more leads because I thought that's what I needed to do to actually scale. I did not realize that I can grow my business basically the same way on free leads, which would basically make me way more profitable. And lastly, and probably most importantly, I would have been way more selective of the properties I was looking to purchase. I wish I would have bought more properties like the one that I'm standing in right now versus like the one that you see here in this video. This one was a nightmare. It needs way more work than I thought. I bought it sight unseen. I did all the wrong things. And I think the reality is when you buy your first rental properties, no one tells you how expensive it is, like how much money it's going to cost you for your first 10 to 15 properties. I was losing money left and right, and it wasn't until I got over 15 properties that I actually started turning a decent profit. Most people never even get there. So I think being very selective about the properties you end up purchasing is super duper important. It would have probably saved me $500,000. So guys, you don't need to make the same mistakes I made to learn and grow in your real estate business. As you can see, there's a lot of good things that happen even in the challenges. There's always a silver lining. There's always a lesson to learn. Every single week we do trainings on how to grow your business, interesting ways of getting leads, any topic that you can imagine when it comes to real estate. We call it our masterclass. There's a link in the description below where you can click on it and join us. There's live trainings on Saturdays. They're always free. Promise you don't want to miss that if you're looking to grow your business. And we also have a Facebook group that is also free. It's called No Fluff Real Estate with Matt Beard, because that's what we're all about. Hopefully you see in this video, we like to have fun, but at the same time, the stuff that we share is the real deal. And we'd love to have you in our group. Hopefully this video is valuable for you. If you could, please like, like, comment, subscribe. It helps more than you know. And down below, if you could share the one lesson that you learned from watching this video, and maybe a lesson that you've learned already in your real estate journey, I'd love to hear it. I always respond to all my comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.